A few days ago, I received some news I had been working toward for months. I officially passed Sprint 7 and completed my AI Automation Bootcamp. And honestly, it feels great. But something interesting happened after I got the news. I started asking myself a different question. Not, did I pass? But, what happens next? Because finishing a bootcamp isn't really the finish line, it's the starting line. Today, I want to talk about what's next after completing an AI Automation Bootcamp, the opportunities I'm exploring, and how I plan to continue building on the skills I've learned. If you're currently learning AI, thinking about changing careers, or considering an automation program yourself, hopefully this gives you some insight into what comes after the certificate. The first thing I'm doing is continuing to build projects. One of the biggest lessons I learned during this journey is that projects matter. Knowledge is important. Courses are important. Certifications are important. But projects show what you can actually do. Throughout the bootcamp, I learned how to build workflows, connect systems, automate processes, and use AI to solve real business problems. Now the goal is to keep building. For example, one of my recent projects focused on creating an AI-powered warehouse issue management system. The workflow takes issue reports, categorizes them using AI, assigns priority levels, routes them to the correct people, and creates visibility for operations teams. That's the type of project that demonstrates practical business value. And I wanted to continue creating projects like that. Not because I have to, but because every project teaches something new. The second thing I'm doing is continuing to learn. One thing this bootcamp taught me is that AI moves incredibly fast. The tools that are popular today may look completely different a year from now. New platforms appear constantly. New capabilities are released every month. And new opportunities continue to emerge. That means learning doesn't stop when the course ends. In many ways, it accelerates. Right now, I'm continuing to explore tools like Make, AI agents, Airtable, automation systems, and emerging AI technologies. Because the people who succeed in technology are usually the people who stay curious. The third thing I'm doing is building a portfolio. This is something I think many people overlook. It's one thing to say you know a skill. It's another thing to show it. That's one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel. Every project I build, every workflow I demonstrate, every lesson I learn becomes part of a public portfolio. Someone can watch the videos and actually see what I've created. And that's incredibly valuable. Whether you're applying for jobs, pursuing freelance work, or building credibility in a new field, having proof matters. The fourth thing I'm doing is looking for opportunities to apply these skills in real business environments. One thing I've discovered is that almost every business has repetitive processes. There are reports that take too long, manual data entry, communication challenges, approval processes, tracking systems, information that moves between departments, and many of those processes can be improved. The goal isn't automation for the sake of automation. The goal is helping people work more effectively. That's where I think AI and workflow automation create real value. The fifth thing I'm doing is exploring where this journey could lead. A few years ago, many of the jobs being discussed today barely existed. AI automation specialists, AI workflow designers, AI customer success managers, automation consultants, AI trainers. Today, those opportunities are becoming increasingly common. And that's one of the reasons I decided to learn these skills in the first place. Not because I thought AI was a magic solution, but because I could see the workforce changing. I wanted to understand where technology was heading and how I could contribute to it. Now, I want to be honest about something. Completing a bootcamp doesn't suddenly make you an expert. It doesn't guarantee a job. It doesn't instantly solve every career challenge. What it does do is give you a foundation. It gives you skills. It gives you confidence. It gives you experience. And most importantly, it gives you momentum. The real growth happens when you continue building on that foundation. Looking back, one of the biggest surprises for me was how much of automation comes down to problem solving. When most people hear AI, they think about chatbots and prompts. But the deeper I got into automation, the more I realized this field is really about systems, understanding processes, identifying inefficiencies, connecting information, and creating solutions. That's something I can relate to because those same concepts exist in manufacturing, warehousing, and operations. The tools may be different, but the thinking is very similar. And that's encouraging because it means people from many different backgrounds can succeed in this space. You don't need to have spent your entire career in technology. You simply need to be willing to learn. As I record this video, I'm excited about what comes next. The bootcamp may be complete, but the journey isn't. In many ways, it feels like it's just beginning. There are new projects to build, new tools to explore, new opportunities to pursue, and hopefully, new ways to create value for businesses and the people around me. Before I wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever completed a course, certification, degree program, or bootcamp that changed the direction of your career? Or is there a skill you've been thinking about learning but haven't started yet? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. And if you've been following my journey through this bootcamp, thank you. I truly appreciate your support. It's been an incredible experience. If you enjoy practical AI tools, workflow automation, business systems, career development, and real-world technology discussions, consider subscribing. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'll see you in the next video.